All right, everybody, welcome to our Volusion training. And so today I'm going to show you just a really simple but also powerful tool in Volusion that's helpful for you creating testimonials on your homepage. And I'm going to show that to you right here. You can see the test site that I'm sitting on. Let me log into it first. I'm going to come down here to the very bottom of the site and hit my account and just log in as the administrator on this site. And then once I'm here as an administrator, I'm going to get back out to the home page. And usually on most Volusion sites, you can get to the home page by just clicking on the logo. In this case, although I know it's not all that impressive, we're going to call this the logo for our test site here. So I clicked on that, and then it took me back to the home page. Okay. So here I am sitting on the home page. One thing I want to show you guys, though, is this little feature up here at the top right. You should be able to see it right there. I just made an arrow pointing to it, right? That feature, that little black box right there. Let me erase my arrows and click on it. If I click on it, you get this flyout thing. Now, it's either going to look like this, the way you're seeing it now, or it's going to look like this, the way you see it now. So it's either going to say Content Builder has been disabled on this page, or if I click this little checkbox next to Edit, I guess that's not a checkbox. I don't even know what you call that. A little lever of some sort. It then switches over and opens up the Content Builder. Content Builder is a functionality for the home page here on Volusion. You can actually use it on other pages, but it's really good for the home page specifically. So you can't use it on category pages, by the way. So if I went up here to category 1 and tried to use this content builder, it actually doesn't work on the categories, okay? But it does, if I go to the home page, it does in fact work here, and you get these different options for stuff that you can add to your home page. Well, let me show you I think, what do they call it here? If I click on this drop-down menu, I get all these different options. I want to show you the quotes option, okay? So I'm going to click quotes, and it's going to take me down to a series of different testimonial options, okay? And so these are different elements that I can add to my home page. I know you can't really see all that well because they're small, but I'll show you. I'm going to number them 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can have different styles of the way you want your testimonials to show up like and present as. Where you would put these on your home page, I would recommend you probably put them more towards the bottom. So you've got kind of like your main banner right here. These right here are sort of an example of maybe some featured products you have on your home page. I might leave those under your main banner, and I would consider putting some testimonials just below that. Now, one thing you'll notice when you have your content builder activated is you see these rectangles here. These blue rectangles, they're sort of cut out dotted rectangles. These represent placeholders or places that you can drag and drop these elements right here so that they show up on your site, okay? Kind of a simple concept, but I'll illustrate to make that point. So for example, I could grab this box and I'm going to drag it either here to the top one or here to the bottom one. You'll notice as I'm dragging, I'm holding that element with my mouse click. I've still got my left mouse click held, and I could drag it to one, either the top or the bottom. I'm going to put it on the bottom, and I'm going to release the mouse, and there we go. We get this little testimonial option here. So if I've got a testimonial from a customer about my product or service, right? We'll say this is what your customer said. This is the best website in the world. I love it. Thanks for being so great. And then I could put by, Trevor S., assuming I was the person giving the testimonial. So there we go. And that would represent a testimonial here on my site. Now this blue dotted or this blue cutout look would go away if somebody were to see this live, but that's one look of a testimonial. Let's say I didn't like that look and I wanted to add something a little bit different. There are more options. So this one right here, if I drag and drop this in, this is kind of a dual testimonial look. So you have these two quotes right here. So you could put in whatever you want here. Right, whatever. You can put in what you want. Of course, I mean, it's got to be a legit testimonial, right? I mean, you're not going to make this stuff up. Getting testimonials is maybe a discussion we'll have shortly here at the end of the training, but the point of today's training is just showing you how to display those. So you could show the double the double quote look here, which is kind of nice. Let's grab another one. The one that I kind of think is cool is this one. If you want to use some customer images, I like this one a lot. See if I can drag and drop it in the right spot. Sometimes it's kind of finicky. Like when you're dragging and dropping it, you don't want to drop it until you get sort of a grayed out box like you're seeing right now. It's a grayed out box, a long rectangle that's filled with gray. If I drop it, then it shows up in the right spot. So here's one way you could have your testimonial show up, right? So you can do it with pictures. So it's got like this quote right here at the top. It's labeled testimonials. You could call this whatever you want. You know, what our customers are saying. Right? Whatever you want, you can put there. And then you could actually put in images, right? Now this is more common maybe of a service type website, but you could put in images of customers if they don't mind. You could put a little image to represent them, or whatever the case may be. Usually it would be kind of like a headshot. So I've got a couple that I'm going to give you as an example. So if I roll my mouse over one of these images here, I'll just do that real quick. I roll my mouse over this image. I can click on the little icon of the camera, right? So I click on that, and then I can grab an image. Okay, we'll grab this one right here. All right, so here's an image of an individual that we could use. This is going to be our testimonial giver. So I'm going to hit. I can actually change the size of this, but I'm going to hit OK on the default, and see how it goes in really nicely. It just crops it for me. Okay, let me do it on this other one right here. I've got 3 images I can use. Load this guy in. I just hit OK, and it loads him in. See how it perfectly fits the circle, these images. Another headshot of somebody. I'll load in right here. Hit OK. All right, can you see that? So these 3 images are now loaded in, assuming they're my customers. And then right here, I can put in whatever text I want. Right? That's what that lady said. That's what that guy said. And then I know it's probably kind of small on your screen, but you get the point. And then, we don't need to write a testimonial for her. And then you can come in here and put, most of the time, you'd put like a first name and a last initial maybe, right? Whatever. And then you got this really nice element on your site that you didn't really design, right? Like this is already kind of pre-built, pre-designed. You just have to edit a few things. You would just have to load in some images and load in, what these customers are saying, these testimonials. Now, guys, testimonials do a lot for a website, right? If people can actually see that other people are shopping at this site, it might instill a bit more confidence in them, especially if it's a newer site. I mean, what I always tell my newer clients to do is get some friends and family to shop on your site, and then have them write just a short customer review or a short website testimonial. And then, not that you have to do this where you use their images. You could use one of these other elements. This one is good right here too. This doesn't use any images. This one does. This one uses multiple. Okay, so I could drag and drop this one in. Right, here's 4 testimonials that could be used, right? So there's just a lot of different ways to design this, but you could get some testimonials and you could put it in there, which would be nice. It just makes your site, elevates it just a little bit. I don't want these to be fake testimonials for sure. I don't believe you should make up a testimonial, right? Even if you're kind of coaching friends and family on what to say a little bit, I think that's more legit than just you getting in here and grabbing some stock photos like I just did and then writing your own testimonials. I don't necessarily think that's a fair, honest move on your part. Get legit ones, even if they are friends and family at the start, and then you can load them right up there onto your homepage. And it really could be a help to your conversion rate. When we talk about conversion rate, we're talking about the number of people it takes to make a conversion or to get somebody to buy on your site. And showing customer testimonials can increase that conversion rate, and certainly has been proven to do that. So this is how I might consider designing it. Now, the other option, which I won't share today, but I think could be an option if you don't want to have testimonials on your homepage, you could create a separate page on your site and have a testimonials page. And then you could use these same elements and load them in. Now, it can't be designed as a category page. It would have to be designed as a different type of page, which I can show you guys at another time. But if you're interested in using this content builder right here, you can't use it on category pages. You can't use it on product pages. It just doesn't work. It works on your home page, and it works on correctly formatted info pages. You can use this content builder on those too. Okay? So pretty simple, right? Testimonials shouldn't be too hard for you guys to do. Now, the question I always get then is, okay, well, so I understand why they're important. And now that you've shown me how to put them on my site, I feel like I understand how to maybe put them on there. This can be a little finicky, so you might have to work with your coach on it a little bit, but you can get some practice by testing it out. And again, if you don't like one of these, it's really easy to delete out, right? Let's say I don't like this one right here at the top that I added in at the start. Just click on it and then click the little X button right here. That button right there, okay? And then that'll delete it out. Delete. I don't like this one. Delete. Say I want to keep that one, but I don't like this one. Delete. And then I've got this one saved here. Okay? And then I could hit save. And once I've done that, now that's on my site. Right? Kind of a nice look there. Okay? So I know how to design it. I know why they're important. The question is, how do I get them? I gave you the suggestion at the start. For a new site, if you don't have legit customers, maybe ask friends or family to write up something short for you. Once you start getting some sales, right, you start getting some organic customers, some real customers that are coming to your site, and you want to get a little feedback, one thing you can do is you can email them and simply just ask. You'd be surprised at how many people are willing to write you a little review just by virtue of you asking for it. As a way to give them some extra incentive, if you feel like that doesn't work as well as you'd like it to, you can create like a discount code of some kind to give to them saying, hey, if you'll do this, I'm going to give you a discount code for 25% off your next order, or whatever it is. And giving them that extra little incentive sometimes will put them over the top, and they'll write you a review. How do you create the coupon code? It's easy. You can do it in Volusion. It's beyond the scope of what I want to show you today. But if you want to do that, I've got a training that I can give you, and and I can show you how to create a discount code of some kind. So I mean, even for friends and family too. I mean, you can say, hey, look, if you'll write something for me, I'll give you 15% off your next order. Write it up. Let me edit it a little bit, and then I'll email you the discount code. So bottom line, guys, is testimonials are important, more so on websites like your guys's that are small, not as well known. I mean, we're not talking about an Amazon. Nobody needs to read testimonials to feel comfortable shopping on Amazon. Nobody needs testimonials to feel comfortable shopping on eBay. I mean, these are well-known, large companies that everybody knows is trustworthy. But when you're a brand new site, even if you're getting some decent Google rankings, having some customer reviews and testimonials certainly couldn't hurt. And that's a strategy. Probably not something you need to worry about right at the onset of launching your site, but it's certainly a strategy worth looking into. Okay. So there you go. Content builder, pretty easy to do. I wanted to share that a little bit with you guys today. If you have any questions, feel free to contact your coach and use that testimonial look on your site as much as you can. Okay. All right, guys. Well, that's probably all we'll do today. Thanks for coming along, and we will see you all next time.